All right, everyone get ready because we are diving deep today into the world of open source AI.
Mhm.
Specifically, we're going to be talking about a model that is causing a lot of buzz right now called Tülu 3.
That's right.
You sent over a ton of articles and research on this, and honestly,
Yeah.
it's really mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Wow.
We're talking about a potential game changer here.
Yeah.
And what I think is so cool about it is that it tackles this critical aspect of AI
Okay.
that often gets overshadowed
Uh-huh.
by all the hype of initial training,
Okay.
and that is post-training.
Right. It's like everyone gets excited about the launch of a rocket,
Right.
but what about all the precise maneuvers needed to, like,
Exactly.
actually get it into orbit?
That's where the real
Yeah.
skill comes in.
Yeah, where the skill comes in.
So post-training is where we really fine-tune these language models.
Right.
We make them truly useful.
Okay.
You can think of it like taking a raw, powerful engine and then meticulously calibrating it
Mm-hmm.
to perform specific tasks with incredible accuracy.
Okay, so for those of us who haven't, like,
Yeah, yeah.
spent our days fine-tuning language models,
Right.
what does post-training actually involve?
So
What are the steps?
it's a multifaceted process.
Okay.
You're teaching the model to follow instructions flawlessly,
Okay.
to learn to discern between like an excellent response
Mm-hmm.
and a subpar response, and also to be able to specialize in specific tasks
Right.
while retaining its general intelligence.
Okay.
So it's a delicate balancing act.
So it's about, like,
Okay.
pushing the model to become both a specialist
Yes.
and a generalist at the same time.
Exactly.
Kind of like a Renaissance AI.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And, until recently,
Mm-hmm.
this level of sophisticated post-training was primarily
Yeah.
the domain of big tech companies.
Right. Yeah.
OpenAI, Google, those giants.
Right.
They had the resources and the secrecy, and this created a bit of a black box situation
Ooh, black box situation.
in the AI world.
Okay, lay it on me.
Yeah.
What's the problem with this secrecy?
Transparency,
Okay.
or rather the lack of it.
Okay.
You look at the top performing language models out there,
Mhm.
the LMSYS Chatbot Arena rankings are a good example.
Okay.
None of the top 50 have publicly shared their post-training data.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
this makes it very hard for researchers to replicate results,
Right. Yeah.
to build on existing work,
Yeah.
and even to understand how these models achieve their seemingly magical abilities.
So it's kind of like admiring this, like, breathtaking magic trick,
Yeah.
but having no clue how the magician pulled it off.
Exactly.
Frustrating, to say the least.
Very frustrating.
Yeah.
And that frustration is what makes Tülu 3 so revolutionary.
Okay.
Released just a few days ago
Mm.
by the Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence.
Right.
It's completely open source.
Wow.
All the data, the code,
Huh.
the infrastructure, the step-by-step recipes,
Hold on, recipes.
their evaluation framework.
Now I'm really intrigued. Are
So-
we talking about some kind of AI cookbook here?
You could say that.
Okay.
Think of these recipes as detailed instructions for how they achieve their post-training breakthroughs.
Uh-huh.
So it's like they're sharing their secret sauce, so to speak,
Wow.
and not just the successes.
Oh.
They even document what didn't work,
Oh, wow.
which is a huge time saver for other researchers.
So it's like they're saying, here's the mat, here are the tools,
Exactly.
go forth and explore.
Yes.
That's a pretty big deal for the open source AI community, right?
Absolutely. It levels the playing field.
Yeah.
It allows researchers, developers, even small startups to potentially create models
Wow.
that rival those from the big tech giants.
Okay.
And because it's transparent, we can understand how the model works,
Right.
which helps address those black box concerns.
Okay, color me impressed.
Good.
But let's get a little more specific. What are some of the innovative techniques they're using under the hood of Tülu 3
Right.
to get these amazing results?
So one of the things that really sets Tülu 3 apart is how they've trained it on verifiable problems.
Okay.
So instead of just like
Uh,
feeding it mountains of text and code,
right.
they focused on problems with clear, objective solutions,
Okay.
like math problems
Okay.
or specific coding tasks where there's only one right answer.
So instead of it just absorbing information, like, it's actually learning to think logically.
Exactly.
Solving a puzzle.
Exactly. And to take it a step further,
Okay.
they've actually incorporated reinforcement learning into the training process.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the model is rewarded
Uh-huh.
for correct solutions
Yeah.
and penalized for incorrect ones.
I see.
This encourages it to continuously optimize its behavior.
So it's like training a dog with treats.
Kind of, yeah.
Positive reinforcement for AI.
Positive reinforcement, exactly.
Okay, I like it. So how does this like verifiable problem training actually like play out?
Yeah. What kind of tasks are we talking about?
So they've created these data sets with a wide range of challenges,
Okay.
from basic arithmetic to complex coding puzzles.
Wow.
And they've designed the training process so that the model can actually learn from its mistakes
Okay.
and improve its accuracy over time.
So it's like they've built this like virtual gym
Yes,
for this AI where it can just like
that's a great analogy.
exercise its problem-solving muscles.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I like it.
Now, remember how we talked about those recipes
Yes.
for post-training?
Yes, the AI cookbook.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the most fascinating ingredients
Okay.
is how they're using the model's own output
Okay.
to create preference data.
Okay, remind me about this preference data thing.
Yes.
Why is this so important?
So one of the key goals of post-training
Okay.
is to align the model's responses
Right.
with human preferences.
Okay.
Traditionally, this involved getting humans to rate the quality of the model's output,
Right.
which can be very time-consuming and expensive. Like having a team of critics
Yes.
judging every single poem the AI writes.
Exactly. Not very efficient.
Yeah, not very efficient.
So with Tülu 3, they found a way to actually supplement that human feedback
Okay.
with synthetic data generated by the model itself.
So the model is judging its own work.
It is.
That's kind of wild.
It is, and it's surprisingly effective.
So it's like an artist critiquing their own paintings.
It is, and by analyzing its own creations,
Yeah.
the model can actually identify patterns and features
Uh-huh.
that contribute to a high-quality output.
Okay.
And then it can use that knowledge to further refine its performance.
So it's like it has its own internal editor
Yes.
constantly pushing it to be better.
Exactly. A constant feedback loop of self-improvement.
That's pretty ingenious.
It is, and it's one of the reasons why Tülu 3 is able to achieve such impressive results
Yeah.
without relying solely on human feedback.
This is all very impressive.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, with all this talk about open source and transparency,
Right.
are there any concerns about potential misuse of this technology?
That's a really valid question.
Yeah.
Like any powerful tool,
Uh-huh.
there's always a possibility of misuse.
Right.
And it's really crucial for the AI community
Yeah.
to establish clear ethical guidelines
Yep.
and safeguards to prevent these harmful applications.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what are some of the steps being taken to address those concerns?
There's a lot of discussion happening right now about responsible AI development.
Okay.
Organizations like the Partnership on AI are working to establish these best practices
Sure.
for ethical AI development, and many researchers are focused on building models that are
Okay.
robust, fair, and transparent.
So it's not just about making the technology work. It's about making sure it's used for the right reasons.
Exactly. It's about ensuring that AI benefits society as a whole,
Yeah.
and that's a responsibility that everyone involved in AI development needs to take seriously.
Okay, that's reassuring to hear. Going back to Tülu 3, besides the training techniques,
Yeah.
what else makes it stand out
Yeah.
from other language models?
They've put a lot of emphasis on data curation
Okay.
and what they call decontamination.
Decontamination.
So they're meticulously cleaning the data used to train the model,
Okay.
removing any potentially harmful or misleading information.
So it's like they're making sure that the AI is learning from a reliable and unbiased source.
Exactly.
Kind of like giving it a healthy diet.
Exactly. A healthy diet, yes.
Okay.
And this helps to mitigate potential biases
Right.
and ensures that the model is producing outputs that are accurate, reliable, and ethically sound.
Okay.
They're really going the extra mile to build trust
Yeah.
in this technology.
Okay. I'm starting to understand why people are so excited about this.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're not just like pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI,
Right.
but also doing it in a responsible and transparent way.
Precisely. And the best part is because it's open source, anyone can benefit from these advancements.
Right.
Researchers can build upon their work, developers can create new applications,
Yeah.
and the entire AI community can learn from their approach.
That's the beauty of open source, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like a rising tide that lifts all boats.
Exactly. And I think Tülu 3 has the potential to create a massive wave in the AI world,
Wow.
one that could lead to incredible innovation and progress in countless fields.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive so far.
It has.
We've talked a lot about the technical details,
Right.
but I'm eager to hear about how Tülu 3 is actually being used
Yeah.
to tackle real-world problems. Like,
Yeah.
what are some of the practical applications that are already emerging?
Well, one area that really stands out to me is education.
Okay.
Imagine a world where Every student has a personalized AI tutor
Uh-huh.
that adapts to their learning style and pace.
Wow.
So no more struggling to keep up
Right.
or feeling lost in a crowded classroom.
That sounds incredible.
Right.
It's like having a 247 study buddy
Right.
that can explain things in a way that makes sense to you, no
Exactly.
matter what level you're at.
Exactly, because Tülu 3 is so adept at understanding and generating natural language.
Right.
It can break down these complex concepts.
Okay.
It can answer questions in a way that's relevant to the student's current understanding,
Uh-huh.
and even create these customized exercises
Oh.
that target specific areas where they need help.
So it's not just about giving students information.
Right.
It's about actually helping them learn and understand.
It is.
That's a game changer for education.
It really is. And because Tülu 3 is open source,
Right.
educators and developers can tailor it
Okay.
to specific curricula, subjects, and grade levels.
So they can add their own content and teaching styles to the mix.
Exactly.
That's the power of open source.
It is.
It takes this powerful tool and makes it adaptable to all sorts of different needs and contexts.
Exactly. And it's not just about personalized tutoring. Tülu 3 can also help with tasks like grading,
Uh-huh.
providing feedback on essays,
Wow.
and even creating custom learning materials.
Okay, so this frees up teachers.
Yes.
To focus on what they do best,
Exactly.
inspiring and engaging with their students.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sold on the education front.
Right.
But what about other fields? Where else is Tülu 3 showing promise?
Healthcare is another really exciting area.
Okay.
With its ability to analyze vast amounts of medical data,
Mm-hmm.
Tülu 3 can assist doctors in making faster, more accurate diagnoses.
Okay.
It can also help researchers
Right.
identify potential drug targets and develop new treatments for diseases.
So it's like having this AI-powered medical detective
Yes.
working alongside doctors and researchers.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And because Tülu 3 is constantly learning from new medical research and data,
Right.
it's always up to date on the latest findings and breakthroughs.
That's crucial in a field that's always evolving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to make sure your AI doctor is keeping up with the latest medical journals.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the potential for personalized medicine.
Yes.
By analyzing an individual patient data.
Right.
Tülu 3 could help doctors tailor treatments to each person's unique genetic makeup and medical history.
Exactly.
Wow, that's really getting into the realm of science fiction.
It is.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
It's like having a healthcare plan.
Right.
Designed specifically for you based on your own biology and needs.
Exactly. And that's just scratching the surface.
Wow.
People are already experimenting with using Tülu 3
Okay.
for things like generating realistic dialogue for chatbots,
Oh, wow.
creating personalized news feeds,
Oh,
and even writing different kinds of creative content.
it's like the possibilities are only limited by our imagination at this point.
I think so.
And the fact that it's open source means that
Yeah,
anyone with a good idea can just jump in and start exploring.
exactly.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of Tülu 3.
It has been.
I have to say, I'm walking away feeling incredibly optimistic about the future of AI.
Me too.
It seems like we're moving towards a more open,
Yeah,
collaborative, and ultimately more human-centered approach to this technology.
I agree. And I think Tülu 3 is a perfect example of what's possible when we embrace transparency,
Yes.
collaboration, and a genuine desire to use AI for good.
Well said. And for those of you listening who are feeling inspired
Yes.
to explore the world of Tülu 3 for yourselves,
Yeah.
be sure to check out the AI2 Playground.
Yes, it's a great resource.
It's a fantastic resource for getting hands-on with the model and seeing what it can do. You might just surprise yourself with what you're able to create.
The future of AI is wide open.
Yeah.
And Tülu 3 has given us a glimpse of the incredible possibilities that lie ahead.
Right.
It's an exciting time to be a part of this journey.
On that note, we'll leave you to explore until next time. Keep diving deep.